I'm alive. I made it just in time. You guys, I want to first apologize because I am incredibly late with this live. This live was supposed to go on Thursday, but you guys, I've been running up and down like crazy. Um, just between my business, my clients, like my readings, and my Reiki services, is just I'm trying to catch up on life. And I'm also trying to, I feel like I'm essentially trying to beat time because I feel like there's not enough time in the day. And it's just like everything's so overwhelming. And then I'm trying to catch up on sleep. And it's just like, what is life right now? I mean, I can't really complain. I want to thank all of my supporters that are actually buying from my site. And I also want to thank all of my new subscribers. I do have to give a giveaway. I'm already at 2K and I have to have a giveaway. I promised you guys that I would. And I am going to do that. Okay, let me see. I am going to do a giveaway. Please leave some suggestions on what the giveaway should be. I mean, I kind of have a hint of what I want to give you guys, but my last giveaway when I hit 1K, I was giving away just makeup items that were worth, well, a whole general giveaway that was worth over $200. And you guys, by the way, I attempted to go to an event, but I left for family purposes. Okay. I don't know what that means, but you're here, and we're glad to have you. So, I had a giveaway over when I hit 1K, I had a giveaway over $200, and you guys seem to love that. So I think I might do something like that, but with a little twist. I feel like my channel is shifting. It's not all about makeup. It's more metaphysical. It's very much into the occult, and it's just a lot more deeper than I thought it would originally be. Um, when I first started my channel, I thought that it was going to be beauty related and just my lifestyle and just vlogging and all of that good stuff. But I see that I'm giving myself more to the channel, and it's becoming more of a metaphysical, in depth channel. And I actually love that. I don't know if you guys love that, but clearly you guys love that because you guys tune in. Oh, hold on. Hello? Yeah, I'm on my live. Right? Sorry. Let me put that on Do Not Disturb. That's actually Ashley. She's actually flying in with her friend Shama from Texas to Miami to do a Reiki session with me. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, I have people flying across the country to come do Reiki with me. I'm blessed. Cool. I can relate more to your topic, spirituality. They're ringing your ear again. I'm just blessed because I did not think like my channel would shift in this perspective, and I'm actually happy that it is because I feel like I'm more than just a beauty channel. I feel like I bring a lot more to the table than a beauty channel. I mean, I'm not knocking other beauty channels or other vlogging channels or other channels, but I just bring a different element to it because it's not all about beauty and vlogging, and I feel like that's just so typical of someone to do a channel like that. And I do feel like I just bring a different element to it because I do beauty videos obviously, and I do vlogs and stuff like that, but and I show you guys a little bit of my entrepreneurial day, but I just feel like me talking about metaphysics and just having open discussions with you guys about, topics that are really heavy and topics that really trigger people. And I like, you know what it is? I like to trigger people. And it's not because I wanted to get a reaction out of someone, but I want someone to look at things at a different perspective, but I also want someone to grow spiritually. So when I say type of some things and it triggers someone and they get upset and I see them like actually physically look at them and see like, hey, like she said something that triggered me. Why did I get triggered? I actually get a joy out of that because it's me shifting your perspective. It's me shifting your mindset. It's me shifting your soul growth. And some people like it when I do that, and some people don't. Some people will get upset and just like, oh, why are you in my head? Or, oh, I feel attacked. I'm just like, I want you to feel that way because it kind of gives you an in-depth perspective, you know, within yourself to make you understand why you act the way that you act. Why do you react the way why did you react to that? Why did your emotions shifting why did your emotions shift when I said that? Hey Larita. Doesn't even I wish I could jump on. Oh, what if it helps I see this picture in your talks on beauty? Oh my god, you guys, that's my 7th grade teacher. Miss Tammy, I love you. Like I think about you often, and I'm like I always try to send you good vibes from a distance, and I love your whole being. I love your artwork. I love your artistic ability, and I love your children. I think they're super adorable, and I just love every aspect of your mind because I feel like when I was in high school, I mean, not in high school, but I was in middle school, I was very artistic, and you were like the first, I'm not getting emotional, but you were like the first teacher that was like, that helped me with my creativity. And I am not going to cry, but yes. Oh, God. You guys know I cry, like, but yeah, like she was like my first like teacher that like helped me be like creative, you know? Oh, those onions, for real. And, you know, I love her. Like, she was so creative. Like, even, like, me and Brittany with Kathy were talking about you the other day, and, like, she was, like, so dope. Like, she was so creative. Like, she pushed us to be creative. And I love that. Because I feel like I've always been creative, like, from birth. You know, so just me being able to express my spirituality and also, like, express my creativity, it kind of helped me propel me into the person that I am today. Oh, thank you, Larita. Thank you. But I did want to props to you for having your own Mr. Feeney. Yes! For real, she was. That's funny. Oh my god, yes, she was. That's funny. That's really funny. But I did want to. Oh, hey Ashley, she just called me, you guys. She was the one that called me in the beginning. Thank you, Ashley. I can't wait till you get here. You and Shama. See, now she's crying. Oh, I didn't want to cry. I didn't want to cry. Like, no, but for real, like, you really, like, pushed my creativity, like, at a young age. Hey, Stacey Ann. But I do want to get a little bit on talk about our topic, but I also, if you do want to get like a mini reading from me, because I have my tarot cards, if you would like a mini reading with me, I will pull 3 cards for you, but all you would have to do is just send me an energy donation, and the energy donation is basically just a donation for my energy for just pulling out cards, because reading tarot requires a lot of energy, and if you would like, hey Naya, if you would like a mini reading like live here, all you would have to do is just cash at me a donation. It doesn't have to be a certain amount. I never tell people how much to send me. I just feel grateful for whatever you send me. And my cash app is in the description box. So once you cash at me, I'll see it. Like, just put I guess I'll read your name. I'll say your name out loud, and then I'll give a mini reading just by, because I can do readings just by looking at a name or a picture. So if you like a reading, just cash at me, and then I will do a reading for you. And if you would like a reading, a full reading, and you don't want it to be here on live, you can just click the link below in the description box, and you can click full reading with me. I do mini readings every Saturday on my Instagram. My Instagram should be down below. Actually, is it? It should be down below. I do my mini readings every Saturday on my Instagram, and everybody seems to really enjoy it because it's like getting a glance at your life, but not a full reading. Because I feel like people are afraid of full readings because I go really deep. Like I delve in really, really deep, and some people are just afraid of that. They just want to know just a tad bit, and just that tad bit will help them. I'm glad I'm immune to onions. I try. Yep, I was calling and looked at the live like, how do she be knowing what I want? She's always on point. Thank you, Ashley. I hope your day is better than when the last time we spoke. Um. Thank you, Larita. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit about the topic today because I feel like this topic is really important because I feel like letting go of toxicity in your life is really extremely hard. And I actually had a reading with someone today, and she was dealing with a karmic. And oh my god, actually, we'll talk when I get off. She was actually dealing with a karmic, and she was dealing with a lot of toxicity in her life. And it was like the person that was in her life, it kind of consumed her. Well, it consumed all of her energy, and everything around her went like in chaos and like haywire. And I feel like people don't really realize that once you let someone into your life, whether you know it or not, if they're toxic or not, that they can ultimately affect your energy, and they can ultimately affect everything else that's going around you. So I find that being in toxic relationships can be such a burden to you, and also a lot of baggage on your shoulders. But people tend to, if you're not aware of that you're in a toxic relationship, you can also tend to not hibernate, because that's, I don't want to say hibernate, but you can kind of fester and feed into that toxicity, and then it just becomes codependent. Y'all know how I feel about codependency. Yeah, I know how I feel about codependency because I was in a codependent relationship, and I was finally able to release myself from that. And I feel like it's hard for someone who doesn't have the tools to release themselves from a toxic relationship, because it kind of becomes toxic, but then it becomes like something that you need. It becomes a high, essentially. It becomes that person is the supplier, and you are the addict. I was gonna say crackhead, but I don't want to say crackhead. But I feel like being in a toxic relationship can feel like a high, and people don't really tend to look at it that way, but essentially that's exactly what it is. Like being in a toxic environment can sometimes be high, but it also can be physically and emotionally draining. And I just feel like people who feel like, I don't know why I'm so tired, I don't know why I feel this way, I don't know why I'm dealing with this type of relationship, and it's because it's toxic. And I just find it fascinating when I finally break down. For example, if I'm doing a reading with someone and I finally give them information, just like this is what you're going through, and then I kind of explain to them like this is toxic, and they're just like, wow, I would have never seen it that way. I would have seen it like I'm just going through a hard time with this person, but really you're not going through a hard time with this person. This person is toxic. Like you're not going through a hard time with this person. This is codependent. This is toxic. This is manipulative. This is emotional manipulation. And I don't know, like I just feel like I was given this gift in my life so that I can be able to help not only women, but I want to help men as well. But mostly I've been helping women kind of evolve and kind of see life at a different perspective. Um, it's like drugs. You can't get enough even if it's bad for you. Exactly. Exactly. I totally agree. Like, I've been through it, so I know what it is. But I just feel like being in a toxic relationship is a high. Like, that's the supplier, and the person is the addict, or vice versa. Because, like, you both can be toxic and detrimental to the relationship, and it becomes abusive. It becomes emotional abuse. It becomes manipulative. It becomes really, really toxic. And unfortunately, my situation, it was not physical, or it wasn't, well, it was like, It was emotional manipulation. So yeah, so it's like you can attract these type of people into your life, and they're just energy vampires. And I feel like learning to detach is just a key component into figuring out exactly what you want and also creating boundaries. People tend to not create boundaries. Um, it's hard. Like I mean, from experience, it's hard. Like I can't tell someone to create boundaries, but I just feel like a little bit goes a long way. Like having letting this person have less and less access to you can help, because I feel like when you're in a codependent relationship or when you're in a toxic relationship, you tend to give your all to this person. You tend to give this person, like, it's no sense of boundaries. Like you let this person cross your boundaries because you feel like I love this person, so I should be able to let this person cross my boundaries. That doesn't work, because someone will continuously cross your boundary and continue to emotionally manipulate you, emotionally abuse the situation, because that person knows that you are going to give them exactly what they want, and give them what they want without any compromise. That's the word, compromise. So people, especially energy vampires, then when they know that you're going to give them everything and you're not going to create any boundaries, and that you love them to the core and you love them unconditionally, they will continue to take and take and take from you until you have nothing left for yourself and move on to the next person. That actually happened to me. So my twin flame is with his karmic, and he's probably sucking the hell out of her dry. And oh, thank you, my nails. And I kind of feel bad for her, but in a sense, like that was their decision, that they decided to be in a relationship, and they decided to take that leap. And I can only wish my twin flame the best of luck and continue to move on with my life. But I feel like toxicity is something that is a key component in relationships that people don't tend to realize, because people will tend to be like, well, it's not codependent, it's not toxic because I love this person. And when you love someone, you're supposed to give this person all of you, and that's a lie. When you love someone unconditionally, you have to know how to create boundaries, and that's how you know you love yourself enough. Because if you don't love yourself enough, you can't give anybody love. Like, you can't give yourself to someone else. It sounds like reverse psychology. Yeah. But I feel like if you decide to give yourself to someone, it has to have some type of boundary. Because I feel like, unfortunately, in this world, people tend to just take advantage of other people. And it's not because you, how do I say this? It's not because it's easy that they can take it from you, but it's just because when emotions play a part in being in a relationship or just being with anybody, your emotions can easily deter you from what's right. And that's why people are afraid to fall in love, because like once you fall in love with someone, it's just like, I have no control. And that's why some people do not want to fall in love, because it's just like, once I fall in love with someone, I have no sense of control. I have no sense of boundaries. And that's dangerous. And that's why I feel like when you fall in love with someone, you have to create the boundaries up front, which I did not do. And I've learned that, but I've learned that in my new relationship, that I have boundaries, that you need to respect them. And if you don't respect them, then I'm out. But I just feel like with my last situation, I didn't have any boundaries. I just let this person just take and take from me. And the reason why I did was because I was like, I love him. Like, isn't that what you're supposed to do when you love somebody? You're supposed to give your all. You're supposed to be 100. You're supposed to give them everything. And I've learned through that situation, like, no, you're not supposed to give someone 100% of you. You're supposed to give yourself 100% of you. Basically, giving a big piece of yourself to someone by falling for someone, which could be tricky. Yes, because you don't really know who you fall in love with. yeah, some things might look good on paper, and some things might feel right at the moment, but essentially you don't know who you're falling in love with. And I feel like even when you marry someone and they're like, oh my god, I know him inside and out. I don't believe that. I don't believe you can fully know someone 100%. Yes, self love first. I absolutely agree, and I feel like that's what I was lacking in this situation. And it wasn't because I didn't love myself, um, because when you tell people to have self love, you're people people automatically tend to think that, oh, you're telling me that I don't love myself, and it's not that. Self It's not that. It's not you not loving yourself. Self love is loving yourself enough to have boundaries, enough to let someone know that, hey, this is too much, or hey, I'm not going to accept that. And I feel like with me, I did love myself, but I felt like when you love someone, you're supposed to give that person 100% of you. And I feel like in my current situation, yes, like I care for you, I love you, I support you, I respect you, but I love me more than I love myself more to know that I'm not gonna let someone disrespect me. I'm not gonna let someone emotionally manipulate our situation. I know that I love myself not to cross those boundaries and not to cross your boundaries. Like, I feel like a healthy relationship is not crossing someone's boundaries, and I feel like a toxic relationship is crossing someone's boundaries. And unfortunately, that happens a lot. And I feel like detachment, I like to say this a lot because I truly got over my old situation by learning to detach. Like, I cut my energy from that person. That person has no access to me. I changed my number. Um, I just completely detached myself from this. Oh, this color is peach cobbler, I think. I completely detached myself from this person because um, you don't deserve my energy. Like, some people just don't deserve your energy, and I feel like learning to detach yourself is just cutting cutting your resources from this person, because I feel like essentially that's what you're giving this person. You're fueling this person. You're giving energy, and you, by giving your energy to this person, is fueling that person. It's fueling them. Yes, I agree. I'm forever gonna call you Miss Tammy. Like, I would never call. No, you are forever Miss Tammy. I'm not calling you by your first name. You are Miss Tammy or Miss Gammon. Okay, that's my seventh grade teacher, y'all. Is getting to know. Yeah, self love is getting to know yourself. Self love is being aware of yourself. Self love is diving deep within yourself and emotionally knowing yourself, and mentally, physically, and spiritually knowing yourself. And I feel like people are afraid of that. That's why people don't really tend to go below surface level with people, because they don't know themselves. Can I IG call? IG call what? um, okay, that kind of threw me off. Um, I learned to love me more, but at the same time, I don't want to be afraid to love. And at the same time, I feel that way. Like, if I feel that way, I'm trying to like you a lot. I would, what? If I, wait, like, if I feel that I'm starting to like you a lot, I will take off. Yeah, but Miss Shepard. But I feel like because of that, well, you might have a childhood trauma. So that childhood trauma that you refuse to come to the surface and heal from can be because of that. So when you feel like you're getting too deep involved with someone, and you feel like you're losing your sense of control, it's because you probably have a childhood trauma. Like, you're afraid to go deep with someone because you're afraid of yourself. Like, you're afraid of the unknown. You're afraid of what you can bring to the table. That's why I feel, because the last situation I was in, that person was afraid to go deep. Like, that person wanted to keep things surface, and I didn't want things to be surface. Like, there's a lot more layers to Cynthia. Cynthia is a lot more deeper than what I brought to the table with him. Like, I crave substance. Like, I crave, like, I crave, like, going deep. Like, I crave, like, like I am just like, I don't know, I guess if people think I'm weird, I don't think I'm weird, but I crave astrology. I crave like knowing why things happen. And I feel like with this person, that person was afraid to go deep because essentially that person was afraid of themselves. Like I feel like essentially that person was afraid to fall in love. Like once you go deep with someone and you know that person in a more intimate way, and I don't mean like sexually, but in a more emotional way, it kind of scares people off. It kind of scares people away because it's just like, I don't know myself that deep in order for me to go deep with you. You know, I don't know myself that deep. And people can only meet you as deep as they met themselves. So it's just like, how do I go deep with someone that I'm not even deep within myself in that particular way? So that's why it's just like learning to detach is just a strong aspect that I try to like tell people, you know, my clients at least. I try to tell my clients at least because it's hard. Because I feel like once you learn to detach yourself and you work on yourself, like you truly, truly work on yourself. Um, when you truly, like truly work on yourself, like cut all the bullshit and honestly really detach. Like don't even. I mean, I'm harder said than done. Don't think about this person. That's you're gonna think about that person. Like work on yourself. Like truly get to know yourself. What makes yourself tick. Um, what makes yourself tick. What emotionally gets you triggered. What emotionally. How can you emotionally fulfill yourself? And how to spiritually fulfill yourself or to spiritually ascend. I feel like when you get to actually know yourself, then you can't be really fucked with. Like you really can't be. Can't go to me with that helmet. Yo, Nike is funny. Nike 316. My heart is probably walking away when I know others need me, but I know. But okay, Ashley, for example. Like your statement, I agree. My hardest part is walking away when I know others need me, but I know I deserve better. Yeah, but how can you truly say you are living your life or living your best life? Or can you truly say that you are emotionally, spiritually, and mentally fulfilled in this lifetime if you don't work on yourself and love yourself first? Like you have to love yourself first at all times in every relationship, even when you're married. Because if you don't love yourself first, people will walk all over you. People will take and take and take from you. Yeah, because I feel like every toxic relationship is a lesson within itself. People don't like to see it that way, but it is a lesson because I feel like it's the universe way of making your soul grow. We all have different soul levels of growth. Some people require a tougher lesson, and some people require a more simpler lesson. But I feel like we all go through a lesson to make our soul grow. You guys know I always go on this rant about how I feel like we come to this earth to learn. I feel like Earth is school. I always go on this tangent. I think that Earth is school and that we come on Earth to learn lessons. And I feel like once you learn that lesson, that is you passing the test to the next lesson. So I feel like when we come on this Earth, we all have a divine assignment. And when the universe feels like your assignment is accomplished, you pass that test, a test school, you pass that test and you go to the next lesson. So I feel like when people are stuck in a lesson, it's because you didn't pass the test. You haven't learned your lesson. You didn't get the grade that you needed or the amount of time allotted in that lesson in order for you to pass. So when people say, oh my God, I'm so stuck in this relationship, or I'm so stuck in this cycle, it's because you haven't learned your lesson, and you keep repeating it because you haven't learned your lesson. You keep looking at it at one particular perspective when you're supposed to be looking at it at a totally different perspective. And I always drill this hard to my clients, and they get sick of me when I say this, but I'm just like, you're in this toxic, or you're in this particular rut or this cycle is because you haven't learned your lesson. What are you? How are you looking at this? How are you looking at this lesson? Are you just looking at it through your lens, or how you are taking, or your perspective, or are you also looking at it at someone else's perspective that's also in the situation? Because people tend to always nitpick, oh, like this person did this to me, that person did this to me. But I always ask them, well, what did you do? Because it's never one-sided. It's always, oh, he did this to me. Yeah, but who allowed him to do that? Like, who allowed him to do that? Like, why did you allow that person to do that to me? Because you had no boundaries. You had no type of boundaries. You didn't have a set boundary when you walked into that situation. And now this person is comfortable to do these type of things to you. You haven't learned your lesson yet. You haven't learned your lesson. I'm so sorry, y'all. You know how I'm very passionate when I talk. I'm very passionate. A dating coach, if this is what you have to deal with for your chat. I don't mean to rant. I don't. But the thing is that I'm so passionate about helping people. Like, especially when people like as I always thank God for my gift, because I sincerely, wholeheartedly love to help people. I'm gonna get emotional again. Yo, I just came from a Reiki session, so maybe that's why I'm emotional. Like, I had a Reiki session before I jumped on live. Maybe that's why I'm emotional. But I feel like I'm getting emotional. Wow, Cynthia, get it together. Get it together. When I talk, I'm very passionate, and it's not coming from a malicious place. It's coming from a place of emotions. Like, I feel deeply. So when I'm talking to you, and you see me, like, when my hands up, like, I don't usually put my hands up. That's a lie. But like, when you see me, like, get really, like, riled up, it's because I'm passionate. Like, I really love to help people. I really like to help people, like, dig deep. Like, stop looking at things so surface. Like, stop thinking of it like it's your life, Sam. You can cry if you want to. Yo, Nike is on it, the jokes. But I feel like I'm so passionate because I feel like people always tend to always say, like, oh my God, this person was so horrible to me. This person, yeah, but you have to look at things at a different perspective in order for you to pass your lesson. And sometimes you're stuck in a lesson and you feel like you've already gained as much knowledge as you can within that lesson. But the universe still feels like, no, you're not done yet. There's still some things that you need to learn. And I feel like people may sometimes say, well, like, dang, Sin, like, they'll call me Sin, like, hey, Sin, like, I feel like I've mentally checked out, and yes, blame it on the full moon, child. Whew. I've mentally checked out. I've emotionally checked out. I feel like I've gotten everything that I could get from the situation, but I'm still in this situation. And it's because you still haven't learned your lesson. Like, there is some particular lesson that you need to consciously and subconsciously understand that although you feel like I've learned everything that I've learned from the situation, what is the missing piece in this relationship or this situation that you are not getting? Because there is a missing piece to it. Like, and I feel like once you can be able to figure it out, because every situation is different. Like, I can't tell you what the missing piece is. I can only give you the tools in order for you to maneuver in your life. And I feel like that's what my tarot cards are. They're a tool for me to help people and for me to give them the tool. It's like the universe is giving me a tool, which is my gift. And then me using my gift, which is a tool to give to others. So when I give those tools to others, it's just like, yo, I'm giving you the tools. And I always tell my clients this when I'm doing a reading for them. I just gave you the tools. Now that I've given you the tools, at the end of the reading, I say this to every single client. I tell them, I've given you the tools. Now what exactly are you going to do with them? I've given you the tools to maneuver what you need to do in your life. What are you going to do now that I've given you a different perspective on how to use those tools? Because you've always had those tools. You've always had it, but you didn't know how to use them properly. So now that I've given you the tools to maneuver properly or to use differently or to see things in a different perspective, how are you using those tools? How are you using those tools differently than how you were using them before? And if I can just literally shift someone's mindset or just spark something in someone's mindset, I am emotionally fulfilled. Like I'm fulfilled. I'm fulfilled. Because like that was my mission. And my mission is accomplished. If I gave you a tool to see something completely different, to shift your mindset, I am emotionally satisfied. I know every Mercury retrograde, someone from my past shows up. I then evaluate what lesson I have to learn without falling in the trap. Exactly. And we have a Mercury retrograde coming up too. And I feel like a lot of exes are going to come back. A lot of people that you have let go in your life are going to come back into your life, and that is a test. And sometimes it's true. Sometimes people come into your life not because they're meant to be in your life, but they come back just to test you. Like the universe is just like, let me see if they really learn their lesson. Let me just throw them this curveball and see if they'll take this bait. And you have to be able to be like, no, I'm not taking that bait. Like I'm not going to fall into that trap. And once the universe realizes that you're not falling for it no more, bitch, you passed the test. You passed the test. You passed the test. And that person will never come back. And even if they try to come back, the universe is going to be like, no, you can't keep coming back to her. She passed her test. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. I have a feeling like this test just happened to me. I'm telling you, man. Y'all be thinking I'm crazy when like my method of how I think Earth is school and we all come, because like essentially like our souls are on this earth, but the flesh is just how do I say this? The flesh is just a conduit. Conduit? Is it conduit? I think that's in the word. The flesh is just a conduit, like, but our souls is forever. Like, and that's why I'm not afraid to die, because I feel like when I die, I'm not dying. My flesh is leaving my body, but my soul will forever live on. So that's why I'm not afraid to die, because I know that I'm not dying. I'm not dying. Like, my flesh is just leaving the earth, but my soul will forever be here, but just maybe in a different lifetime. Because I feel like our souls have lived so many lifetimes before this lifetime. You guys just don't remember it. Like, our souls don't die. Yeah. I mean, I'm not looking forward to Mercury retrograde. That's for a fact. But, we don't really have a choice. So, yeah. We have to go through these cycles, and we have to go through these tests. Like, every day is a lesson. Every single day is a lesson. Every single day is a test. You think that you going to work every single day is not a lesson, or that's discipline. You don't think you doing something something mundane every single day is not a lesson or a test? And then when something happens, God forbid you get into a car accident, that was a curveball that you didn't even see that was coming. Like, every day is a lesson. My test might actually too bad to for me to touch from. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, there are family members that are karmic. Like, for example, people who have a mother who's a drug addict, and they didn't really care for the child, or for example, a mother that was very abusive to a child. That's karmic. And unfortunately, you can't pick family. Unfortunately, you cannot pick family, but you can distance yourself. You can create boundaries. And people, I've had this argument, not an argument, but I've had this discussion with my friend before, and she was just like, "Oh, you can't cut off family." And I said, "Why not? Why can't I cut off family?" And she's like, "That's your family." I'm just like, what? If that person is crossing my boundaries and that person is bringing toxicity into my life, that person cannot be in my life. Point blank, period. I don't care if they're family. Families are the ones that hurt you the most. Like, I don't care if that's family. Like, you have to be able to protect yourself at all costs, protect your energy at all costs. Like, I don't care. Like, if that's family. You have to learn how to create boundaries. I mean, obviously you don't have to live with this person, but you have to be able to coexist with this person. But you also have to let that person know, like, this is my boundaries, and this is what you can and cannot cross. Like, I don't understand why people think that just because someone's family that you cannot tell that person, like, hey, look, you crossed my boundary and I'm not gonna let that happen again. Your words about death are inspiring, but if the stories of rebirth are true, then I would prefer to just stay in the I honestly think that our souls reincarnate. I strongly believe in that. I don't feel like my soul, because I mean, I've had dreams about my past life, but I just feel like the flesh dies, but the soul lives. The soul lives. Like, I don't believe that once I die, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, I'm going straight to heaven. Well, I do believe I'll go to heaven, but I feel like a God will send me into a new vessel. That's what the word is. My body is a vessel. That's what it was. Not a conduit, a vessel. Well, conduit is the same thing, but my body is a vessel. So I do believe that my body is a vessel, but my soul will forever live on. I feel like it'll live on. I'm a strong believer in that. You don't have to believe what I believe. Like, I always tell you guys, like, this is what I believe. You don't have to believe it. I like to people that formulate their own opinions. So if you don't, but if you don't disagree with what I say, disagree but respect it. I mean, respect it, like. Like, getting all of these text messages when I come on live. Who was I in my past life? Or I'm curious to know. I don't do past life regression readings, but I do know someone that can help you. So if you guys would like to know, like, just DM me on Instagram. Like, DM me. I know someone that can help you find out on your past life. I don't feel like I need one because I feel like I've had dreams about it, and lately I haven't been sleeping because I've been astral projecting on, like, involuntarily. So it's just like, it's not like I'm afraid to fall asleep, but I feel like if I fall asleep, like, I will astral project, and I don't want that to happen because I've had an experience where I talked about it in my last live, where I've actually astral projected, and I just don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that again. It was a really scary situation. I just don't want to go through it again. But I feel like lately, past couple of nights, I've been astral projecting involuntarily, and I don't like that. Subconsciously, I'm doing that, so I need to figure out a way just to stop that. I know it's weird, right? It's weird, but yeah, unfortunately. But I don't know. I can't believe. I hate when I do this. I get into a tangent. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. In my case, I kind of brought the problem on myself, swallowing too much of what I was learning too much from my family, and then I felt like shit when I backed off. And you know what? I don't want to get into the whole religion thing, but it's just like a lot of things in our life is taught, and when you go outside of that boundary, like, oh no, we believe in this, or we're doing only this, and when you tend to venture off into different realms or different aspects or different spiritual groups and stuff like that, family members tend to just be like, oh my God, like they tend to shun you. And I'm a living testimony of that. That, some of my family members don't really agree about what I do. And I honestly don't give a fuck. Like, I live for me. I don't live for anybody else. I believe you. I've experienced my past lives. When I found out why I'm afraid to have my head underwater. I saw myself drawn as a white man. Oh, wow. You just said what my problem was. Exactly. I'll be knowing that Raven Baxter. I'm not Raven Baxter. Yeah. I mean, usually if you want to know what your past life was all about, you might dream it. Yeah. Live for you, boo. Oh, thank you, Larita. She's one of my clients. I've actually done a couple of readings for her. There was no shunning for me though. But see, even if they were to shun me, I don't care. Like, this is my life. This is something that was given to me. Like, I was given this gift that nobody else has. I don't care what other people. I always say this, and I've never cared what other people thought about me. I've always been like this since I was a child. I don't care what people think about me. Like, I'm living for me. Like, I cannot live for other people because if I continue to conform and to live for these other people, I will never live my life. I will never live my life. And then I would have to wait for the next lifetime for me to live my life? No, you're not guaranteed nothing in life. Oh, Larita. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just wanted to come on live real quick. Y'all know I like to come on live. But yeah, I want to apologize again, you guys, because I know I was supposed to go on live on Thursday, and life has been hitting me like a ton of bricks, especially with my business. If you guys do want to shop with me, I have my link down below. Actually, my candles are on sale right now for 15% off. I'll show you guys one of my candles. Let me go get it. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys one of my candles because these candles are 15% off on my site, and they just went 15% off on my site today. So these are my candles. It has my little logo in the top of the candle, and they're big because I feel like people are like, oh my God, your candles are so expensive. They're not expensive. Like, they're big candles. Like, they're huge. And then when you it smells so good. But this particular candle is curated with Reiki oil that I curated myself. But these candles are curated with my Reiki, and they're dressed really, really pretty. I actually made this candle for a client. She has to come pick it up. But these candles, 15% off on my site, and every order that I'm doing this weekend, well, I included today too, you will be getting a free gift in your order. So if you do want to order with me, I am going to add a little gift. And the gift is bomb, y'all. I actually gave one of my Reiki clients that just came home from the gift, just to give it to her, just to be nice, and she was like, oh my God, thank you so much, I wasn't expecting that. So she loved it. So these are the candles. Once again, it has my logo on it, that my Sage Crystals and Trap Music logo on it. And yeah, I mean, I love these candles. I make them from scratch, literally scratch, wick and all, glass and all. I make them from scratch, and I dress them with love, with my herbs, and I also add my Reiki oil in the wax, so you're getting healing vibes, and you're also getting a candle that's also going to bless you, because I bless these candles out before I actually send them to you guys. And I wrap them very, very securely, because I've had one instance where I actually brought well, shipped out a candle for someone and it actually broke and I had to replace it for her. So I'm making sure, because USPS be trying my life, like throwing my boxes, like fragile, bro, fragile. Um, so yeah, these are my candles. And if you guys want anything on my site, please use the code MANIFEST at checkout. That will give you a discount. And let's see, my problem was I thought I was actually being more spiritual. So if it wasn't for what? So it wasn't really the family part which got me, even though I wouldn't have bothered if they don't trust me. Yeah, I mean, live for you, man. Just live for you. Oh, Miss Shipard. If you want one, use code MANIFEST at checkout. And I will be giving free gifts with every order. There's a free gift. So make sure you guys get on it, because once I like run out of those free gifts, like it's done, because I got like 15 orders today and I only have like 8 more gifts to give out with orders. So I'm letting y'all know that now. I didn't tell nobody yet. I'm letting y'all know that now. I only have like 8 gifts to give out. But yeah, so once again, I apologize. So, I can't really complain because my business is going really well, and I'm so thankful for my supporters. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, and like, if you're in my Facebook group, I really appreciate y'all. Like, I really, like, honestly, wholeheartedly appreciate y'all. Like, y'all support me, and y'all don't have to. And every time I send out my packages, I always ship them out with love. I sage them before I actually send it to you guys. So when I send it to you guys, it has already some good juju, and it actually helps you manifest exactly what you want. I actually have these candles, but I have some green ones, and those are my money candles, and those are supposed to manifest money into your life. And I've actually had clients tell me, like, girl, like, money came into my life with your candles. So yeah, like, so if you guys want one, the link is down below so you guys can shop. I'm going to be doing love donation readings when I get off of here on my Facebook. If you want to be in my Facebook group, it's called Spiritual Goddesses Unite, and you can ask to be in that group because I'm the only moderator. You can ask to be in that group, and I do give love donation readings. So all you would have to do is just donate to my Cash App. I don't care what you give me. You can give me $1. I don't care. Just donate something to my Cash App, and then I'll send you your reading. And people have been really, it's been really receptive. People have been really receptive. Like, people have actually been, like, paying for the donation readings, and then they're like, oh my god, I love you, like, I have to book a full reading. Like, I had 3 readings yesterday, and those were all people from, like, love donations. Like, it was their first time doing a love donation reading with me, and they were like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna book a full reading now. And they ended up booking a full reading. So some people are afraid, and I get it, or to have a full reading on themselves. And I never pressure people to have readings with me. If you're not comfortable, don't book me. Like, don't book me. Like, I don't want to do your reading. If you're uncomfortable, do not book with me. Do not shop with me. Like, I don't ever want someone to feel pressured that they have to get a reading from me or they have to buy from me. Like, do what you want. Like, I always tell y'all, do what y'all want. Like, live for you. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if you guys have any more questions. I feel like this live was really productive. Like, I'm proud of us. You know what I mean? I'm proud of us. Proud of us. Like, these lives, I'm gonna go live more often, I promise. It's just that I've been really busy with my business, and I'm trying to work on some other projects that I will be letting you guys know about. But yeah, so far my business has been really taking a toll on my life and my time, but it's all good things. And I'm grateful, for you guys. You guys feel me, and it's positive energy, and that's what I love. And I appreciate you guys so much. And then, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in my next live. And I also want to say that I love you guys so much. Like, thank you guys for 2K. And I will have a giveaway, I promise. I will be filming this week so that I can, get this giveaway started for you guys. But yes, I want to do a giveaway for you guys because you guys deserve it. You guys been sticking with me, like little old me, like y'all sticking with me. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next live. I love you guys so much, so much, so much. And